So this story is kind of enraging. I'm already kind of boiling a little bit as I read the title, because it's a combination of some of the most upsetting things possible. Stupidity, ignorance, confidence, and then all of those things leading to the harm of children. And I'm not exaggerating here. Like, you might want to go ahead and, like, grip something you're okay with possibly breaking or that you know can handle it, because you're gonna get mad when you hear this headline. I know I did. Anti-vax mom, whose daughter died from measles, completely preventable, by the way, with vaccines, says the disease, quote, wasn't that bad. The child's parents doubled down on their decision not to vaccinate their child, even after her death. We've had a big problem lately as a country with misinformation and anti-science sentiment getting mass popularity to the extent that the current president of the country ran on an anti-science platform openly, with the supporters of said president openly saying they do not like science or modern medicine, they do not trust it, and they're against it. The conspiracy mongers won. The anti-vaxxers won. And now their children are dying as a result of their actions, like we warned them would happen if they did this. And they're doubling down because they are so dedicated to worshiping Trump and the MAGA cult. This is why when I talk about how we need to have scorn and hatred for these people, and we need to point and laugh when anti-vaxxers' children die, we need to point and laugh at the anti-vaxxer and make them feel bad, because I promise you, they don't already feel bad. These people need to be made to feel bad about the consequences of their actions, or they will just find a way to twist it into a positive. They'll just say, God must have planned this out. It's part of God's plan. They will just rationalize it and make it into a positive in their own minds if you do not mercilessly and cruelly shame them for their actions. I will continue to double down on this point. The parents of an unvaccinated Texas child, ooh, 2 Texas stories in a row, huh? Who died from measles appeared to be in a video formulated by an anti-vaccine advocacy group where they railed against vaccines, even saying the disease wasn't that bad. No way. The parents are literally doing anti-vax propaganda pieces. I wonder how much of it is for the money with them. A 6-year-old Texan died after contracting measles last month, making the first death of a child in the US caused by the highly contagious illness in nearly a decade. Yeah, a lot more measles outbreaks have been happening across the country since the anti-vax stuff took over, especially since Trump came into office. They've really felt invigorated by that. Following her death, the anti-vaccine advocacy group Children's Health Defense met with the child's parents, whose 4 other children also suffered from milder cases of the same illness, as reported by Mother Jones. During the interview, the young couple doubled down on their decision not to vaccinate their child even after her death. Hailing from the Mennonite community... Oh, I've heard of that before. Hold on, I need to look that up. Give me a sec. Yeah, okay, I've heard of this before. Mennonites are members of a historic peace church with roots in the Anabaptist Reformation, known for their emphasis on nonviolent service and community, with a global faith family that includes churches in 86 countries. Listen, if you have like personal faith or whatever and you're chill, this does not apply to you, but most religious groups are fucking insane, and all religions are cults. All organized religions are cults. Hailing from the Mennonite community, they argued that if measles patients had access to untested treatments, the MMR vaccine would be entirely unnecessary. So it's Joe Rogan shit. It's like, yeah, bro, listen, hear me out, bro, hear me out. Yo, Jamie, pull this up, Jamie. Okay, so like, there are these experimental lab treatments that totally cure measles. Like you could just get it, and then it cures it.
we don't need to take these evil, horrible vaccines, bro. Like, but Big Pharma won't let it out there because they just want to sell more vaccines.
So that's them, basically. Quote, we spent the morning at Dr. Ben Edwards' clinic, and the parents are still sitting there, saying they would rather have this than the MMR vaccination because they've seen so much injury, which we have as well, journalist Polly Tomei said while interviewing the couple. Quote, do you still feel the same way about the MMR vaccine versus measles and the proper treatment with Dr. Ben Edwards? Absolutely. God, these quotes are so weird. Like, they're not speaking normally, and so the quotes are really weird. Basically, the anti-vax journalist asks the parents a very leading question that they're obviously going to answer in a way that's biased, asking, like, are you still in favor of not giving the MMR vaccination despite your child dying, considering that the MMR vaccination is so dangerous? And the parents obviously say, of course. Absolutely do not take the MMR vaccine, said the mother. Quote, the measles wasn't that bad. Quote, the other children got over it pretty quickly, and Dr. Edwards was there for us. That's right, guys. They had other kids. Dude, it's literally, hold on. Anti-vax parents, when asked about whether or not they mourn the loss of their child who died of a completely preventable disease.
I'll find another.
Fucking real, dude. Holy shit. Oh my god. These people are demons. They're actually demons. I have to laugh and joke about it or I'll get angry, and I don't want to get angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. Anyway, the parents described the symptoms of the illness their child exhibited, beginning with a fever, respiratory symptoms, and the notorious rash that often accompanies it. Isn't dying of measles, like, probably one of the most painful deaths possible? I know colon cancer is pretty up there, but, like, dude, measles is one of those pain diseases. It's like, the whole idea of measles is discomfort. Dying of a disease whose whole symptom set is just meant to cause you nonstop discomfort must be one of the worst ways to die, right? That is fucking horrific. However, days after contracting the illness, the child's fever continued, and respiratory symptoms worsened as she began struggling to breathe. The girl's parents took her to a hospital emergency room where she was admitted and diagnosed with pneumonia. After being placed on a ventilator in the intensive care unit, the child passed away. For those who don't know, measles destroys your immune system, and so and as with most things, you end up catching pneumonia, and that kills you. Like a lot of things that fuck up your immune system, pneumonia infects you, and that's what kills you. Cancer does this, lupus does this. It's not actually the autoimmune disorder or whatever disease that's weakened your immune system that gets you. It's almost always pneumonia. I don't know why, but apparently pneumonia is everywhere, and the second your immune system is fucked, it gets you. Anyway, as horrific as all that is, we will continue. The measles outbreak in Texas has spurred many public and political figures to take to their platforms and encourage residents to get vaccinated and vaccinate their children. This includes Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who previously promoted anti-vaccine views. That's right, guys. I actually did a segment about this. RFK 180'd on the vaccine. Very low bar, but hey, I mean, it's something, you know. Very small victories are worth celebrating in such dark times, in my opinion. RFK Jr. published an op-ed in Fox Digital earlier this month acknowledging that the decision to vaccinate is a personal one, so he's still kind of, but encouraging people to vaccinate to mitigate the spread of the disease regardless. Quote, vaccine... Hold on, I gotta... Hold on, I gotta get real phlegmy for this.
The vaccines are not only protect individual children from measles, but also contribute to community immunity, protecting those who are unable to be vaccinated due to medical reasons.
I can't do it, dude. There's something about the way he talks. It's insane, bro. Like, it hurts to try to imitate it. I don't know how he speaks. I would never talk if I was RFK. Literally, I'd just be selectively mute. Anyway, essentially, RFK has taken more or less the correct position on this, but very loosely, very tangentially, you know. He's like doing the bare minimum of having a decent take on this. It's kind of pathetic when you think about it. Regardless, though, if you guys enjoyed this segment, if you found it entertaining, enjoyable, educational, or you want to tell me your thoughts about this whole situation, of which I'm sure many of you have plenty of thoughts, then consider dropping a like and leaving a comment down below. It really does help a lot, and it is the best way to support the channel. In fact, in real time, your likes and comments boost my stuff in the algorithm and force YouTube to show it to new people. So I really appreciate every single one of you who goes out of your way to do that. It means so much. And of course, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon so that YouTube actually tells you when I go live or upload new videos in the future. And, hey, if you want to see more from me on other platforms, you can follow my social medias, linked down below, especially my fan Discord, which is the main hub of my community and fan base. I actually host gaming events, call-in streams, watch parties, movie nights, and announce all my new uploads and streams there. So if you don't want to miss anything, you want to be there. Join my Discord, links down below. Finally, if you want to support me directly, help keep this stream going, help me keep the lights on and a roof above my head here at the Xander Hall studio, then please consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or support me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, Patreon, or perhaps even buy some custom Xander Hall merch through the Streamlabs link down below in the description. Regardless of how you support me, though, thank you so much for watching, as always, and have a good one.